Hello folks, Reloading Bench back with you once again, and obviously we have some mail call box goodies to open up. But before we get into what this is, this hazardous materials, I want to talk about my purchase and shipping experience with our both the vendor, which I'll probably just leave nameless for now, no sense of getting into it, and then our shipper. So I was on one of the forums and in their deals section, and they were saying XYZ has this product on sale and no hazmat. I'm like, okay, that's a double win, because when you don't pay the $18 to $28, depending on which vendor you're purchasing from, hazmat fee, and the product's on sale, 20+% off or so, that makes things a little less painful for those of us in the reloading space. So I ordered these on 9/3, September 3rd. This didn't ship. I didn't get my shipping update until 9/10, 7 days. And I thought, that's a little shitty, especially for a product that's in stock, at least listed as in stock when purchased. Was it really in stock? I have no idea. But I thought a week's worth of waiting is a little kind of crappy. So 9/3 to 9/10. Okay. So 9/10 it ships. FedEx has it. Let's see. Today is Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, 4 days. This was scheduled to be delivered 9/14. So 9/10 to 9/14, not bad from where it shipped and how long it would take. Today's not 9/14. Today's many days after. And what I thought was hilarious in a very sad way, again, back to shipping, I'm beginning to think this company, the F stands for whenever we feel like it. Because I got a notice on Saturday morning, a text, saying signature required, Sunday delivery, Sunday by end of day. I'm like, oh, that's cool, good, yeah, pretty reasonable. Yeah, that didn't happen. And then when I looked at the tracking, this is where things get funny, and you just shake your head. You really just shake your head. Actually, let me open it from the bottom. Less stuff to cut through. It's really funny in a sad way. So I track it, and Sunday night, I'm like, what happened? It was in the depot, the FedEx depot, 20 miles away. The city and the depot, 20 miles away. I'm like, oh, okay, it'll be here Monday. Nope. Because on Monday, it was in Nevada. I'm like, how does it go from 20 miles away? Like, I could have driven over and picked it up, and then to Nevada. Wow, that's a pretty big catalog. That's a really big catalog. Well, I guess I'll leave the vendor nameless, but this is their catalog. That's really a nice catalog, I must say. That's hundreds of pages of catalog. You don't see catalog very often anymore. This is like 800 pages of catalog. Yeah, literally 800 pages. 800 pages, $7.98, $8.20 to be exact. That's all right. That's worth keeping. I like catalogs. That reminds me of my youth. I have to put something flat on it because they jam that fucker in there pretty good. And then another catalog, which I'm going to say is, the current sale stuff. Looks like a black and white catalog. I've never seen an all black and white catalog. That's pretty cost effective, I guess. And then there's more catalog than product, trust me. So I'll browse through the catalogs later. But the real win here is large pistol primers, CCI as a matter of fact. And when I was buying these and I saw the price, I'm like, oh, that's a pretty good price. Pretty good price for CCI. and to have them on sale, and to have them coming in with no hazmat. So that's sale, no hazmat. That's a double win. The shipping, I'll deal with it. It is what it is. I'm not going to lose sleep over it. I mean, it's, you know, you get excited. You're like, oh, cool, it'll be here whenever, and then it doesn't. And then you go on to think, gee, I hope they don't lose it. You know, I'm not worried about it because I paid for it, and they're on the hook for having it delivered to me eventually. But what I will talk about, because I have a video that I think is posted, is primed to be posted. So you'll see this one after that. But where I was going with this is I paid almost the same price for this as I did for a really old box of CCI. In fact, let me grab that 1 second, please. All right, so this was the very old box of primers, which is kind of funny because I compared this box to the box marketing artwork that I started with CCI back in 2010. So this was before that, and this is after that. But these two look very similar in terms of the color, you know, the yellows, the reds, the blues. Got rid of the grays, it looks like. But again, this was mid-90s from my research. But my point was, this was 6 cents a primer, 60 bucks. 60 bucks for this box of new old stock. I was okay with that, 6 cents. Do I like it? No. Was it acceptable? That was probably right near my upper limits. My upper limits. This came in at just under 7 cents. So I'm going to round up. I'm going to say 7 cents per primer. But again, folks have to look at total cost, because I'm tired of people looking at a box of primers and saying, no, it's 8 cents. It's 9 cents. It's $89. It's $90. It's $70. No. Throw in your cost, your total cost, your shipping, your tax, your hazmat. Whatever the total cost is, then divide by your numbers. Let's play fair. I've made videos before where I just talk about the bare cost and then I talk about the loaded cost. So this is the loaded cost of these primers, 7 cents per primer. 6 cents, 7 cents. Was this acceptable enough to purchase at this time? Yes, this is probably my first commercial primer purchase since the cough began in 2020. So we're talking 5+ years. I have not purchased commercial primers that I can recall. Now that I've said that, I'll probably have to go back through old videos to see. But if memory serves, I've only been purchasing on the secondhand market. And I find deals. People leave the state. They get out of reload, whatever. But this is the first commercial purchase of any primers. And while I was purchasing these, I tried to pick up the Magtex, because the Magtex were, I think, 49 bucks. I think when I did this video, 49 bucks out of stock. So they were the cheapest. And I've been reading online, seeing online good things about the Magtex. So when the Magtex are in stock and there's a, free hazmat, I'm going to pick up the Magtex, because I believe today these should be no more than the $50, the Magtex. Again, when I started, they were 20 bucks a brick, 2 cents a primer. I think today I think the list price is normally around 90 bucks, depending on where you're getting them. Some a little more, some a little less. And that's, to me, that's just too much. That's obviously better than what it was at the height of the cough. 15+ cents. I think I saw it as high as 20 cents a primer, which, ouch, you're starting to step into, 416 Barrett. Not really, but again, you get my point. It's getting too expensive. So this was reasonable. 7 cents, again, my ceiling, my appetite, and this gives me between these, this will finish out the year at the range. So happy with the purchase. The shipping conundrum, it is what it is. I'm not happy about it. Nothing I can do about it. Again, I think the F stands for when we feel like it. And you'll just have to understand that, and you know, you're at the mercy of whomever's bringing you your product. And it did show up, so I'm grateful for that. But yeah, 7 cents a primer right now, on sale, no hazmat. So that's just not a normal price. Still, that's still a deal price. So again, if I were to look at standard price of like $90 plus hazmat plus tax, you know, you're looking at the 12-ish cents roughly or so per primer, and that's just too rich for my blood. All right, that's it for tonight. Take care, folks.